Hello everybody, welcome to this video on create infographics in Keynote, all about how to create infographics in Keynote. This first video obviously is a bit of an introduction. I'm going to show you some examples, but I'm also going to talk through how to choose the correct slide size and how to set up a good slide size for a really good infographic. So let's get into it. I just want to talk initially about the Twitter size social media posts for images. The optimum size for this is width of 1200 and the height of 675, and these fit nicely into the Twitter stream, and where the users don't have to click on it to expand it to see all of it, because it's all contained on a thumbnail. So that's the optimum size for Twitter. It's a great slide size to use when putting infographics on Twitter or when posting GIFs or anything like that. So to keep that in mind, and this is an example of an infographic done in that slide size. So this will appear on Twitter in a thumbnail that doesn't need expanding, it's just there on people's timeline. It's a great way to get people's attention. And this is a more complex infographic, all right? So these few videos are not going to be how to create really complex and stunning infographics in that respect, but more simplistic ones that summarize information neatly. Another example of a more complex infographic using shapes in Keynote. And again, this slide size is the 1200 by 675. So, move on. The average slide size, which I think is the optimum one for infographics, is the width 675 and the height of 1200. And this essentially is just flipping around the Twitter one. So it's portrait from landscape to portrait. And this is what it looks like. The remote learning plans, which we created a few weeks ago, I put into an infographic with this slide size. So it's a nice width, good height. Obviously, you'll need to expand it on social media because it's not it's not landscape, but it's a good size for any infographic you want to create. So I'd go for that one 9 times out of 10. The wide slide size is fantastic for summarizing more information. If you've got larger dot points to cover, more information on the actual infographic itself. And this is more of a portrait one. And I'll show you what I mean by a wide style infographic here. So you can see how we've put in there the width of 875 and the height of 1200. This one is getting ready for remote learning. It's the same infographic but just different colors. But you can see the width of it. There's more width there to fit in more information and more icons. So if you want that style, go for that slide size. Another example of a infographic about Microsoft Teams, which we all seem to be using at the minute due to the circumstances, but video calling with Teams, this one is done in that wide style infographic slide size. There's also a slim choice as well. Again, we're kind of focusing the width and the height around those basic principles of the social media slide sizes from Twitter. But this one is 675 width, and the height is taller. It's 1500, and this is what that looks like. So this is again probably quite a common infographic you see on Canva and places like that, this slide size. And these are two that I've made recently. One with Daniel Budd, shout out to him, on creating teacher to student videos. So all these are accessible as well on my Twitter account and from my Dropbox. So if you want them, have a look down my feed, look in the Dropbox, and you'll be able to download the final versions. So I want to show you how to change the slide size now. So I'm just going to open a new Keynote presentation. We have some beautiful new templates in Keynote as well, but I just want to do it on a blank one, a basic white one. And what you want to do is you want to go to the document type at the top, and you can do this on an iPad as well, and then go down to slide size. From standard and widescreen, you want to go underneath to custom slide size, and then let's just do the 675 by 1200, and you've got your average infographic slide size there, and that's simple. Then you can start to create.